the spiritual practices I do in order to get my strength up and feel myself again and feel good and just get happy. I do these like almost every day. I try to do them almost every day. If I can't, then I try to go back and spare some time for them later. They're very therapeutic. They're very helpful. I need them, like personally, because I'm a person that needs to kind of withdraw myself in my own space to keep up my strength. If I'm around people too much, I feel drained often, and this was a problem for me actually before I really discovered the reason why that happens. And if you're experiencing that, it's because your energy levels are not the same as theirs. You are vibrating on different frequencies, and this happens because people have all sorts of every single person is unique inherently in the way that they vibrate and in the way that they feel. If you're experiencing lower energy levels when you are around certain people, take note of that. Obviously be mindful of that. It's their vibe, and you should really be aware of how you feel when you are around different people in order to protect yourself and in order to sense intuitively how they may be feeling and try to offer help if you can, and if not, protect yourself. Obviously, there are some people that the term energy vampire is often used because there are some people that drain your energy so much when you're around them because they are often battling some intrinsic stuff that they project onto you. And this could be a number of just any negative emotion, right? It could be jealousy, anger, it could be anxiety, unease, mistrust, unrest. So every single individual has different ways in which they cope with things, and every single person has different things going on. Be nice, be helpful, emit positive energy for yourself and for others. Again, serve yourself through serving others. It's my motto. And these are the practices that I personally do in order to bring up my strength. I used to get a lot more drained around people when I practiced a sort of inward selfish need for sufficiency, right? So before I began to see myself as a reflection of my relationships, and before I began to see that everybody is really one and the same because we are all vibrating under the same consciousness. We are all part of this entire consciousness blanket. So inherently, innately, when I look at my friends and when I look at people in my life, just anyone really, that is you, just in a different body, just in a different form. That is a soul akin to yours, similar to yours. The same soul which you possess is possessed in them as well. It is them as well, right? So we are all one and the same, and I think that it's extremely important to realize that. And once I did realize that, I began to not only have love for myself, but for every single living being that came into my life. Now, I do these practices more so for myself, just to feel centered and to remain in a state of gratitude almost every day. The first one is yoga. I find it to be very intrinsically satisfying. It's stretching your limbs, and it's necessary for your body to relax and unwind. I always say that the body is the subconscious mind, right? So when you breathe and when you stretch your limbs, you are able to be in a sense of complete centered awareness, right? You are not thinking about any of your other worries. You are not in a state of anxiety or distraction, right? The second one is incense. I typically like to light incense all the time because I just do it here next to my window, and I actually should keep my window open, but I get cold easily. This is actually a coconut that used to be a candle that is now my incense holder, as you can tell. And this is just the cap of an old candle because we're out here being resourceful. The incense that I use is the Shri Ganesh incense sticks. They are 25. Ganesha is known for removal of all obstacles. Ganesh, as the divine force, stills the mind and its doubts, forcing one to look beyond appearances. Thus, Ganesha creates the faith to remove all obstacles. Meditation on the Ganesha creates internal balance. So, I particularly would refer to him as Ganesh. Not Ganesha, but there are different pronunciations depending on what language you are saying his name in. The third thing that I do is meditate. Obviously, I am a huge advocate for meditation. It really helps to center me, and the objective of meditation is obviously to have no thoughts, right? To not think, and it's extremely difficult. You wouldn't think it is, right? But it is. So often I will just get on my bed like so and get in the cross-legged position. You could do the lotus pose, so you have 1 foot here and 1 foot here, and this actually creates, because our bodies generate electromagnetic waves from our heart center, this creates a balanced posture in which the waves are being brought back up, right? So down your body and then through your legs and then like this and then back up again. It is the shape of the Kundalini snake. So my camera's about to die, but those are the 3 things that I do to remain centered and balanced spiritually every single day. I hope you enjoyed this video. Thank you for watching.
Oh, Pierre, you want to come out here?
In New York, I merely rock, hiding in my socks.